Hey everyone! You know that travel bug everyone's always talking about? The one that makes you want to ditch your routine and explore the world? Yeah, we all got it. And guess what? We're about to unleash it. Right here, right now. We're diving headfirst into the top 10 must-visit places in the USA. We're talking bucket list destinations, epic landscapes, bustling cities, hidden gems, the whole shebang. If you're looking for travel inspiration, you came to the right place. This isn't just some random list, though. We're going deep, uncovering the soul of each location. Think iconic landmarks, local vibes, must-try food, and all the little details that transform a trip from good to unforgettable. So buckle up, smash that subscribe button, and get ready for some serious travel FOMO. Let's do this. First up, the city that never sleeps. New York City. This place is a whirlwind of energy, a melting pot of cultures. A concrete jungle that's also incredibly beautiful. Iconic landmarks like Times Square, where the lights never dim. Then there's Central Park, a massive green oasis in the chaos. And Lady Liberty, welcoming dreamers from across the globe. One thing's for sure, you'll never run out of things to do in the Big Apple. Catch a Broadway show, explore world-class museums, wander through diverse neighborhoods, and eat your way through every cuisine imaginable. Speaking of food, the street food scene in New York is legendary. Pizza, bagels, hot dogs, you name it, they've perfected it. Grab a slice and just walk, soak up the atmosphere, feel the city's rhythm. And the nightlife? Don't even get me started. From jazz clubs to rooftop bars to underground speakeasies, New York comes alive after dark. Just be prepared to stay out late. This city doesn't sleep, remember? New York is an experience. It's a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you leave. It's a place you have to experience at least once in your life. From the urban jungle to a natural wonder that'll blow your mind, the Grand Canyon, you stand at the rim, looking out at this vast, colorful abyss, and you're just humbled. It's hard to grasp the sheer scale of it. A mile deep, 277 miles long, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years. It's like staring into the face of time itself. You feel small, insignificant, and yet somehow completely connected. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, the Grand Canyon offers some of the most epic hiking trails in the world. From the popular Bright Angel Trail to the more challenging South Kaibab Trail, there's a hike for every skill level. Just make sure you're prepared. Bring plenty of water, snacks, and sunscreen. For the truly adventurous, there's the option to raft down the Colorado River. This multi-day journey takes you through the heart of the canyon, offering a unique perspective on this natural wonder. But even if you're not a hardcore hiker, there are plenty of ways to experience the Grand Canyon's beauty. Take a scenic helicopter ride for breathtaking aerial views, or hop on a guided tour to learn about the canyon's history and geology. Whatever you choose, a visit to the Grand Canyon is a must for any traveler. It's a place where you can disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with the natural world. Alright guys, Yellowstone, this isn't just a national park, it's like stepping into another planet. Imagine this. You're walking through a forest, sunlight dappled on the ground, and bam! A geyser erupts, shooting boiling water hundreds of feet in the air. That's Yellowstone. This place is alive, literally bubbling with geothermal activity. Geysers like Old Faithful, which erupts like clockwork, are just the beginning. There are these bubbling mud pots, steaming hot springs and crazy colors. It's like something out of a science fiction movie, and it's not just the geothermal stuff. The landscape is insane. You've got mountains, forests, rivers, waterfalls, all teeming with wildlife. We're talking bison just roaming around, elk grazing in meadows, maybe even a glimpse of a wolf if you're lucky. Yellowstone is a must-see for anyone who loves nature, adventure, and maybe a little bit of danger. Just remember to stay on the boardwalks, guys. Don't want to end up taking a dip in a boiling hot spring. One of the coolest things about Yellowstone is the wildlife. You're driving down the road and bam! There's a herd of bison just chilling, blocking traffic. And it's not just bison. You've got elk, deer, wolves, bears. Just remember to keep your distance and respect the wildlife. It's a reminder of how wild and powerful nature can be. Las Vegas, Sin City, the entertainment capital of the world. Whatever you call it, this place is insane. It's like someone dropped a giant neon spaceship in the middle of the desert and said, "Let's party!" We're talking casinos as far as the eye can see, flashing lights, music pumping 24/7. You can gamble, see a show, get married by Elvis, ride a roller coaster on top of a hotel, whatever you can imagine, Vegas has it. Walking down the Strip is an experience in itself. You've got giant replicas of the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty pyramids, even a volcano that erupts every night. It's over the top, it's extravagant, it's pure sensory overload, but that's Vegas, right? It's a place to escape, to let loose, to live a little. Just remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, or at least that's what they say. Now I know what you're thinking. Vegas is all about gambling and partying. And yeah, that's a big part of it. But there's actually a lot more to this city than meets the eye. If you venture off the Strip, you'll find a whole other side of Vegas. There's the Fremont Street experience, which is like a giant outdoor party with a light show overhead. You've got museums, art galleries, even hiking trails in the nearby mountains. And let's not forget the food. Vegas has some of the best restaurants in the world, from Michelin-starred fine dining to all-you-can-eat buffets. Seriously, the food scene here is off the charts. So yeah, Vegas is more than just a party town. It's a city with its own unique culture, history, and even a bit of charm, if you know where to look. San Francisco, the Golden City. This place is special, guys. It's got this energy, this vibe that's unlike anywhere else. You've got the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, of course, rising up from the fog like something out of a dream. Then there's Alcatraz Island, the infamous former prison sitting out in the bay like a warning. You can take a ferry over, explore the cells, and imagine what it was like to be locked up there. It's creepy, it's fascinating, it's a must-do in San Francisco. But San Francisco is more than just landmarks. It's the hilly streets lined with Victorian houses, the cable cars clanging up and down, the smell of sourdough bread wafting from bakeries. It's a city that embraces its history, its diversity, its quirkiness. It's a place where you can be yourself, no matter what that looks like. Now, no trip to San Francisco is complete without a visit to Fisherman's Wharf. It's touristy, sure, but it's also a lot of fun. You can grab some clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, watch the sea lions basking in the sun, maybe even catch a glimpse of a whale out in the bay. And speaking of views, you've got to check out the Painted Ladies. These colorful Victorian houses are like a postcard come to life, and the view from Alamo Square is breathtaking. But honestly, one of the best things to do in San Francisco is just wander. Get lost in the different neighborhoods, each with its own unique personality. Explore Chinatown, the oldest and largest in North America. Check out the Mission District for some amazing murals and street art. San Francisco is a city that begs to be explored, so grab your walking shoes and get ready for an adventure. Alright guys, we're heading south, down to Miami. When you think Miami, you think beaches, right? Turquoise water, white sand, palm trees swaying in the breeze, and let me tell you, Miami does not disappoint. South Beach is iconic with its Art Deco architecture and that electric energy. You can spend the day soaking up the sun, people watching, or maybe hitting up a game of beach volleyball. And when the sun sets, the party really starts. But Miami's beaches aren't just about partying. There's a different vibe depending on where you go. North of South Beach, there's a quieter, more relaxed atmosphere. Think families building sandcastles, couples strolling along the shore. It's the kind of place where you can just chill out, listen to the waves, and forget about everything else. And honestly, after the craziness of New York and Vegas, that sounds pretty good to me. Now Miami's more than just beaches. This city's got a serious cultural side too. Little Havana, the heart of Miami's Cuban community, is a must-visit. You walk down Calle Ocho, the main drag, and you're hit with the smell of Cuban coffee, the sound of dominoes slapping on tables, and the sight of hand-rolled cigars. It's like stepping into a different world. And the food? Don't even get me started. Ropa vieja, Cuban sandwiches, plantains, it's all incredible. You can easily spend a whole day just eating your way through Little Havana. And then there's the nightlife. Miami is known for its clubs, and for good reason. The energy is insane, the music is loud, and the people are ready to party. Whether you're into electronic music, hip-hop, or Latin beats, you'll find a club that's your scene. Just be prepared to stay out late. Things don't really get going until after midnight. Okay, from the beaches of Miami, we're jumping to something completely different. Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. This city is like a living history book, full of monuments, memorials, and museums that tell the story of America. You can't come to D.C. and not see the Lincoln Memorial, that statue of Honest Abe gazing out over the reflecting pool. It just hits you with this wave of emotion. You think about everything he did for this country, and it's just powerful. And then there's the Washington Monument, this towering obelisk that seems to pierce the sky. You can actually take an elevator to the top and get these incredible panoramic views of the city. It's definitely worth the wait. But DC isn't just about the big monuments. Walking around the National Mall, you're surrounded by these smaller, quieter memorials dedicated to veterans, fallen heroes, and important moments in American history. Each one has a story to tell, and it's humbling to take the time to learn about them. One of the things I love about DC is that there's a museum for pretty much everything. History buffs, you've got the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. Art lovers, the National Gallery of Art is a must-see. And if you're into space exploration, you absolutely cannot miss the National Air and Space Museum. Seeing the Wright brothers plane, the Apollo 11 command module, it's like stepping into one of those childhood dreams. But DC isn't all about the past. The city has a thriving food scene, with everything from Michelin-starred restaurants to cozy Ethiopian cafes. And the nightlife? Don't let the politicians fool you. DC knows how to party. There are trendy bars, live music venues, comedy clubs, something for everyone. So yeah, DC is definitely more than just politics and history. It's a city with a lot to offer, and it deserves more than just a quick visit. Alright, from the political heart of America, we're heading west to the City of Angels, Los Angeles. This city is all about sunshine, palm trees, and chasing your dreams. No trip to LA is complete without experiencing a little bit of that Hollywood magic. You gotta do the Walk of Fame, then there's the TCL Chinese Theater. And of course you can't forget about that iconic Hollywood sign. Now Louisiana isn't just about Hollywood glitz and glamour. This city's got a beach for every mood. Venice Beach is a total scene with street performers, artists, and that whole bohemian vibe. You can spend the day browsing the shops, watching the skateboarders, or just soaking up the sun. And then there's Santa Monica, with its iconic pier, amusement park, and that classic California beach town feel. But L.A. quote, S more than just beaches in Hollywood. The city has a thriving art scene with world-class museums like the Getty Center and LACMA. And the food? Don't even get me started. From food trucks to Michelin-starred restaurants, Louisiana's culinary scene is off the charts. Whether you're craving tacos, sushi, or Korean BBQ, you'll find it all here. So yeah, Louisiana is a city of endless possibilities, and it's a place that will definitely leave you wanting more. Alright, we're heading down south now to a city that's unlike any other in the US of A. New Orleans, people. This place is a melting pot of culture, history, and some seriously good vibes. The energy here is electric, a fusion of French, African, and American influences. Wander through the French Quarter, grab some beignets at Café du Monde, or just soak in the atmosphere. This is the birthplace of jazz. Live music pours out of every doorway. It's impossible not to tap your feet. New Orleans is more than just a party town. It's a city with a rich history. The people here have maintained their resilience and spirit. Now, most people think of Bourbon Street when they think of New Orleans. And yeah, it's definitely an experience. But venture beyond the neon lights. Head to the Garden District, hop on a streetcar down St. Charles Avenue, see Audubon Park, Tulane, and Loyola Universities. Looking for something spooky? New Orleans has ghost tours and voodoo stories. Learn about Marie Laveau, the legendary voodoo queen. There's something special about New Orleans. It's a city that stays with you long after you leave. Add New Orleans to your list, you won't regret it. Alright, we're heading to the Midwest now, to a city that's all about big shoulders, big dreams, and some seriously good deep dish pizza. That's right, we're talking about Chicago, baby. This city has it all: stunning architecture, world-class museums, beautiful parks, and a vibrant art scene. First things first, you gotta check out the architecture. Chicago is famous for its skyscrapers, the skyline is iconic, and speaking of iconic, you can't go to Chicago without snapping a selfie with the Bean in Millennium Park. Plus, Millennium Park is a great place to just hang out and soak in the city vibes. The Art Institute of Chicago is world-renowned, with a collection that spans centuries and continents. Now you can't talk about Chicago without mentioning the food, and yeah, the deep dish pizza is a must-try. But don't sleep on the rest of the culinary scene here. From Michelin-starred fine dining to cozy neighborhood joints, there's something for everyone. And don't even get me started on the hot dogs. And if you're a sports fan, Chicago is the place to be. Chicago is a city that's constantly evolving, reinventing itself, but always staying true to its roots. And there you have it, folks. My top 10 must-visit places in the USA. 10 incredible destinations, each with its own unique vibe and experiences. From the bright lights of New York City, to the natural wonders of the Grand Canyon, to the soulful streets of New Orleans, this country has something for everyone. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more travel guides like it, hit that subscribe button and join our community of explorers. Until next time, peace out.